Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Molly. I'm the founder, owner, mostly only operator of Lacquer22, a small nail polish company. But today we're going to talk about Valentine's makeup because I'm just kind of really in that like feeling, I guess, of doing the seasonal pinks and reds and purples and stuff. And especially with my like use everything at least once this year little goal and spreadsheet that I have going on. I think kind of doing the shopping your stash situation is a really good time. So I'm going to go over some of my picks from my stash of Valentine's makeup and anti-Valentine's makeup. So come with me. Okay, so I'm going to do the anti-Valentine's Day makeup first just because there's less of it. And I'm going to start with palettes. And so here's something. They're all from Glamlite. I don't know what it is. The first one is Chucky. Now this one, if you have a lighter skin tone like me, they kind of get to look the same color on your eyes, which is fine. But just know that going in if you have it or don't. I did not look to see if any of these are still available, by the way. Again, this is a shop my stash. Look for something in your collection that's similar if you like any of this. And then if you don't have anything that's similar, then look for it. Okay. Anyways, so the Chucky palette, this is all like very deep, dark, pretty cool toned. I just really like this. I do kind of find that I need to do I use the Blend Bunny Noctilucent palette like all the time because this isn't quite bright enough for the shimmers for me. It's not quite metallic enough, but the Noctilucent palette is really good for adding like an in-your-face sparkle, and I love that. Now the second one, kind of similar, kind of not. This is the second Ghostface palette, the second Scream palette called Ghostface Returns. So we have a little neutral corner, but then we have a super bright in your face red that is really good to incorporate, and you can pair it with this like maroon kind of tone, or you can just kind of throw it into the browns a little bit and make it more of a bricky kind of tone. That's what I prefer to do. This one does have a few lighter shimmers and then that white matte as well. I just think this is really good for Valentine's. You have a bright red, you have some neutrals if that's the way you want to go, but you also have red shimmers that you can incorporate. This kind of depends on your makeup style. Okay, and the last anti-Valentine's palette is, again, Glamlite, but this is the Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Master. This is the, you guessed it, red one. This one is a little bit more focused on the red compared to the Ghostface Returns palette. I like that this one has a little bit of a like more pinky toned matte up here. The shimmers in here aren't my absolute favorite. They get the job done, but again, I'll pull in the Blend Bunny Noctilucent just to add a little bit more wabam in there. But again, reds and then maroon, black, this cool tone kind of grayish color. They all scream anti-Valentine's to me. And Blend Bunny just released, is it Haunted or Haunt Me? One of those that's very in that color story. So if you are looking for something a little bit newer, definitely check that out, and Blend Bunny like can do no wrong. Next, I have two lips for you. This first one is from Dose of Colors. This is Chocolate Wasted. You guessed it, it's a deep brown. I really love browns like this, especially with the cooler weather. I think they're a great like kind of bold lip without being too bright, too in your face, because brown is still a neutral. But then I have this one from NYX called Copenhagen. This one is a classic. I have that one right there. So Copenhagen, Chocolate Wasted. This soft matte lip cream formula is one of my favorites, has been for years. It's affordable, easy to go on, easy to layer if you need to touch up, and doesn't like feather like crazy if you overline your lips like I do. So huge win. Okay, we're gonna move into the more traditional, more happy and bright Valentine's colors. This first one, this is an eyeshadow, a liquid eyeshadow from Rare Beauty called Nearly Natural, and I really like this right there. It's just a lighter kind of pinky toned neutral shade. I really enjoy this. It's just kind of a nice wash of color if you don't want to do anything too like crazy town. And it wears really well on me as well, and I have oily lids, so that's always a huge win. The second fun thing I have is from Glisten Cosmetics. This is one of their wet liners. This is shade Raspberry Punch. So you have a lighter pink and then a more like kind of purpley raspberry type color. These are super easy to use if you've never used a wet liner before, and it's just really nice to like add a little pop of color, a little graphic liner, just a little something fun. And I think this is a really good combo of shades as well that you don't really have to think too much about. And typical pinky purple Valentine's colors. Okay, next we're gonna move into palettes, and this is the Blend Bunny and Danny Darkowitz palette. This one, I'm specifically thinking of a single look that Angelica Nyqvist did, where she took the purples on, I believe, the inner part of her eye, and then did the deeper reds on the outer part. Very pretty. And I'm pretty sure she used this palette to do that. Anyways, a great look. The pink and purple and red is always a really fun color match. And then if you wanted to get this, or if you already have it, whatever, don't forget about your blues and greens that are in here too. Next up is the Basic Witch from Bella Beauté Bar, and I just thought these pinks and purples are so bright and fun, and then some of the shimmers would be a good way to maybe not make it so monochromatic if you don't love those. So you could do one of these like blue or greens, and then this one is more of a like goldy type shade, but then of course you have your other pinky purple ones as well. Their mattes are really nice. Some of their shimmers are a little bit too wet for my liking and a little bit too intense of a duochrome for my liking. That's personal preference. Just keep that in mind if that's something that, if you haven't tried that brand before, their formulas are a lot. Which in mattes I love. In the shimmers, I think there's a middle ground that could be found, but whatever. So this next palette, I almost put it into the anti-valentines, but then I decided not to because I don't know, it didn't feel as anti to me. This is the Gothic palette from Cosmic Beauty. I really like this palette. It's a monochrome purple palette, but you have your like more traditional purples on this side, and then this kind of goes into your pinky nudie mauve shades as well. I think this palette is just really well done. The shimmers are really pretty, the mattes perform really well, and it's in that purple color story that fits the theme. This next one, this is Plastic from Blend Bunny. Let me first say, I did see somebody comment and say, are you going to do other color stories like this in this format down the road, when she announced that she was going to discontinue this? And she said, no, it didn't sell well. I think give it one more shot. I don't think this was the right color story for this palette. Like, I think there could have been some tweaking. I'm not perfect, and that's okay, but that's just kind of my thought. I think this would be a great Valentine's palette because you have a matte and shimmer pink here. This is like a pinky gold duochrome situation, kind of the same but flipped. And then you have some neutrals as well. And I think doing a neutral look with this hot pink matte as your like inner corner would be really, really good and pretty. And then the shimmers in here are just gorgeous. Blend Bunny truly can't do any wrong. Love them so much. Now the last Valentine's palette, so this is kind of a stretch, but go with me. This is the Muse palette from Cosmic Beauty. Not inherently pink, red, purple, but very romantic and soft in a palette, and I just really, really like the, I'm gonna say it, the vibe that this palette brings. There's pinks and reds and stuff that you can absolutely incorporate and get a gorgeous look, but if you wanted to go just more on the softer, like romantic side of eyeshadow, anything in here. Any of it. I really love Cosmic Beauty. This palette is just like relaxing to me, I feel. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then this one is both Valentine's and anti-valentines. This is the Verona palette from Nomad Cosmetics. You have your pinks and reds, and then you have your more like gassy side over here. I really love Nomad. They haven't really released anything that I've been eyeing much lately, but this palette is gorgeous. And the mattes are beautiful, the shimmers are beautiful. I don't know, I thought this one was a really good like combo of both. Okay, and lastly we have lips, some more of that NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is the shade San Paulo. I love this. It's a hot pink. I love it so much. I wear this often. Like I should probably replace the tube that I have. And now next to it, this is Smashbox Box. It's a bright red. It's like the red that you're thinking of when you think of like holiday reds. It's just that true classic color. This one also wears really, really well, just like the soft matte lip creams. And then this one I'm offering a dupe of sorts because Rare Beauty decided that they hate me, and they discontinued the lip souffles. So I have the Inspire lip souffle, and then I have the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Morocco next to it. So this is Inspire, and then that is Morocco. It makes me sad. I hope they're just like reformulating or something, because I really, really enjoy them, and Courage was my favorite shade and now it's gone. But that's whatever. They don't ask my opinion. It's okay. But I thought that both of those are really great Valentine's colors. They're more of a orange based red instead of the Smashbox, which is a blue based red. I just think it's really good and kind of like cheery, I guess, for a lip for Valentine's. But that's kind of my Shop My Stash for Valentine's makeup this year. Let me know if anything here is on your Shop My Stash list for Valentine's, or leading up to at least. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.